Today we're going to fight the Doboruberuku with a hammer. I'm using full Rathalos Armour with the Rathalos Hammer. It's the all level appropriate gear. Skills as normal, attack up large, stinger, and now useful fire attack +1, which I think for this particular weapon gives an extra 3 or 4 fire element. It's not that much, but it's an extra bit of damage that you otherwise won't get. Now, in a lot of my previous videos where I've been using a Rathalos Hammer, I've been saying that Stinger increases your affinity by 40% when attacking weak spots. It seems that after some more digging, this number is actually around 50, but it doesn't really matter. If you just say that you have perhaps 50% chance of getting a critical on weak spots, that's a good thing to do. So half the time you're getting the bonus. Now this guy, he starts off in area 5 with all the trees. He actually has quite a lot of breaks. I'll show off one of the most unique breaks in Monster Hunter, which is his tail, later on. And I think I also get his other breaks, which are his... I think you can only get one horn, and also the 2 mounds on his back. As you can probably tell, he's weakest to fire. I'm not actually sure what he's next weakest to, but I mean, at this point in the game you should have some Rathalos weapons, because they will get you through most of the game, the Rathalos weapons will. Now, he is extremely cool. I think actually he's actually a very similar monster to Deviljho. He has quite a few similar attacks, except he attacks a lot more with his tail. So basically, most of the time you're going to be going for his legs, and you should be able to get 1, if not 2 knockovers if you're constantly hitting his legs. If you do get these knockovers, then make sure you go back and hit the mounds, because as I said, they're his weakest spots. Okay, in a situation like this, I would suggest just hitting the tail, because it takes reasonable damage. Just be careful, he will pound it into the ground several times. So yeah, he doesn't really have a very unique... Well, I suppose he has a quite unique attack pattern, but it's quite easy to see and read, since most of his attacks are coordinated with his tail. He'll be attacking you from both of his ends, horns and tail. And one of the most annoying things about him, I find, is that when you want to trap him, he will always run past, or not run into the trap, because he'll be attacking you with his tail. So he'll actually be, I guess, in front of the trap. Now, the reason they give you the supply pitfall trap is to get him in like this, and get some hits off on the mounds on his back, because they take the most damage, like I said, and I think they take even more damage after you break them. As you can see, his attacks aren't very damaging. His tail is what you have to be careful of, and quite a few of his attacks cause tremor, which will just stun you for a second or so. So yeah, I think Rangatora armor, you can gem in tremor resist, so that could be a decent choice if you don't have Rathalos. But I suggest Rathalos because of the attack up and fire attack. Now, of course, he's annoying and so you'll miss the golf palm there. And as you see, I've actually got a knockout, so I'm just going to go around and hit his back a couple of times. There you go, they're already broken. So, yeah, he's not that hard to knock out compared to some monsters. Because even though you hit his horns quite a lot, that can still add KO. And yeah, I think I get a tail breaks or something soon. That was a lucky golf swing. But yeah, that's most of his attack patterns. Just a couple of notes about his spinning tail attack. He doesn't actually show it off that much in this fight, which is unfortunate. But what happens is sometimes he will spin around and he'll glide towards you. He'll spin and I think it's around 5, 6, 7 times, and then he will jump into the air using his tail as, I guess, the weight to pull him up, and then he will crash down onto the ground. If you get hit by this without good armor, you will die, because even with this fully upgraded Rathalos, I fought him a while ago, and he took away almost half my life with that attack. But what it does give you is it will keep him in the same place for a while, so you can get some easy hits off. And when he's enraged and exhausted, 2 different effects happen when he does this attack. When he's enraged, he has a new version where he he just quickly spins and flies at you. Now this one will not actually stun him in place, which is quite annoying, because he can get straight back up. You won't really have time to get many hits, because either he'll hit you or get tremored or something like that. Now at this point, I'm not actually sure if he was weak or not, so I just carried on and decided to hit him some more, because hitting him is always fun, and I want to show you guys the tail breakage. Okay, so there's the first tail break, and that was the quick assault attack I was just talking about earlier. I thought he only did it in enrage mode, but I guess he might do it in normal mode as well. He's quite slow, so you shouldn't really have problems with his attacks being able to get you, unless you're risky with his tail. Okay, now after you've broken his tail once, you can actually go up and mine it, and that will give you a tail. Or there's another tail reward. I can't remember its exact name. It's like the Nagakuga has tail spikes. It's something like that. But basically, so you'll get an extra reward off him, and also you can now after mining you can actually knock the end of his tail off completely, which will get you another card, which is always nice. Now at this point I was just trying to get in super pounds to his face, because his horns are actually one of the hardest parts of him to break. Now I think I do break his tail. I'm pretty sure I was. It doesn't matter if I doesn't. Just after you mind it, think of it as a normal tail cut, but you can do it with hammers. And there we go. That's 2 knockouts and broken horns as well. Oh, I might get it here. There we go. So the outer bit gets knocked off, and as you can see now, he's definitely limping. So it's time for me to put down a trap and for him to not walk into it. because he's an annoying jerk like that. But it's okay, we have time. He will pretty much stay between 5 and 6, because I guess most of the other areas he won't be able to fit in even. Oh yeah, by the way, like I was saying earlier, when he's exhausted and does the tailspin, he will just fall over. So just wait for him to finish and then nail on his back a little bit, because that'll get a decent amount of damage off. I just want my cats to come over here. And here I should have moved further away from the trap. And he should walk into it just about now. Sometime, perhaps, maybe, please. Go on, do it. Yes. There we go. He's not too bad. First time you fight him, just be careful not to get hit, because with an armor which isn't fully upgraded, he will hit quite hard. If you think of him like a weaker Deviljho, with an appetite for trees rather than humans, then he's not too bad. And he, instead of using his face like Deviljho does, he'll use his tail. And of course, when you've captured a monster, remember to go and collect the precious dung and ribbon dropping things, because they are very, very nice. I pretty much just use my dung dung bombs, because I'm trying to solo high rank, and it's really annoying when you're fighting something like an Uragan, and then a Rathalos decides to show up, because then it's just pretty much death for you and your cats. Well, your cats will probably die anyway. And so there we go, that's a horn from breaking his horns. And he'll give you quite a lot of large monster bones as well, because he's obviously quite massive. So yeah, 10 minutes 18, that's a very respectable time, in my opinion. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this battle. It's a pleasure to be hunting with you guys. See ya, have a good hunt.